KingCobraJFS, the sexy goth bad boy, a man who has garnered a cult following over the years for his out-there personality and crazy actions. But how did King Cobra become the man we see today? And how did a young Josh Saunders become the Dark Lord of the Cobraverse? And why? In this series I hope to answer all these questions and more. This is the story of KingCobraJFS. Welcome to episode 2, boys. I'm gonna skip the theatrics and pick up right from where we left off. After being kicked out of Job Corps for smoking on the finest sticky icky, Josh gets a job at Wendy's, where his role is to clean the toilets and refill the teas, something he was not good at in the slightest. In November of 2012, Josh's parents got him his own studio apartment, somewhere he lived at until December of 2020 when he was kicked out for, well, we'll get to that. When Josh got his own place, his lifestyle changed for the worse as he began excessively smoking in his apartment and eating a diet that entirely consisted of junk food. At the time, Josh was still dating his girlfriend Stephanie, who would visit him in between her time at Job Corps. While Stephanie is over at Josh's apartment, his viewers begin to notice that he essentially ignores her while making his videos. Fans comment about how he is not treating her the best, and in response Josh makes one of his most infamous videos of all time, named I Got Seth Taken Care Of, in which he brags about cooking her a Hot Pocket. Another legendary video from this era where Josh just got his apartment, and probably my favorite King Cobra video of all time, is the infamous hair dye video. Originally titled Payday, in this video Josh is 4 hours late for work because he has decided to go buy headphones and hair dye. During the video, his manager calls him in the process of dyeing his hair, and after the call, Josh continues the video for like 45 more fucking minutes and goes into work that day with blue skin where he tried to dye his eyebrows and mustache. In the winter of 2012, Josh's friend Chris moved into his apartment and sleeps on his futon. Chris is not employed and because of this begins appearing in almost every video Josh makes for several months, most of the time just chilling in the background playing GTA. Chris does get a job at Walmart at some point during this era, but was fired because he cut his hand open with a box opener. In late 2012, Josh's channel Gothic King Cobra 52 was banned due to nudity because he flashed his dick in about 3 videos. They don't call him the sexy goth bad boy for nothing. And after this, Josh created his current account, KingCobraJFS. Josh's father, Clint Saunders, upon hearing that his son has let Chris stay in his apartment for months on end, orders Cobra to kick Chris out of his apartment, thus ending the Chris saga. Godspeed, Chris. After this, Josh makes it clear that he is struggling with the hate he is receiving from trolls, and thus decides to take a break from YouTube, lasting a couple of months. When Josh returns to YouTube, he begins posting videos on average about 2 to 3 times a fucking day. The majority of these videos are titled morning video, noon video, after work video, night video, or just random video. During this era, Josh was uploading on average 3 hours of content daily. Oh man, there's nothing I want to watch more than a spice head give out about the fact he hasn't had sex in a while or cook a disgusting burger. In late 2013, Josh's girlfriend Stephanie graduates from Job Corps and gets a job at McDonald's. They move in together and Josh begins to upload videos less. Also around this time, Trapped released their documentary about Josh, Gothic King Cobra, which attracted new people to the KingCobraJFS fanbase. Before Stephanie moved in with Josh, himself and Chris were drunk at a gas station and came in contact with a pregnant woman who suggested they take her to Pound Town tag team style for a packet of cigarettes. Imagine being that unborn child. Things then somehow got even worse when Stephanie asked Josh to partake in a threesome with her, and when Josh declined the idea, Stephanie cheated on Josh by having anal sex with a mutual friend of theirs. Yikes. When Josh learnt about this, he threatened to rape Stephanie in an attempt to, quote, be more kinky. This was followed by her immediately gathering her belongings and moving the fuck out of his apartment. Josh and Stephanie then broke up. The next thing I'm going to talk about is one of the most unintentionally funny things that Josh has ever done, and that was the low volume era. This was when Josh fucked something up on his camera to the point that all of his videos were basically inaudible. He had incredibly low volume, and even when he maximized the volume on his camera, you could still barely hear him. He also had shitty stains all over his camera, which made him damn near impossible to watch. Luckily, this was cleared up when Josh started recording videos on his phone, and this happened around the same time he got his very own shotgun. Why anyone would sell this man a firearm is beyond me, but go off. After this, a fan sends him a brand new 480p camera and we can see our boy in all his glory, crystal clear for the first time. Around the time that this happened, Josh's good friend Homeboy Scotty enters the picture and has promised Josh that he has the perfect girl for him, the perfect Cobra angel for his Cobra demon. That girl's name is Bailey. Bailey, according to Scotty anyway, is the black-haired, green-eyed goth babe of Josh's dreams. Time goes on and Josh is anxious to meet this Bailey character, but every time they make an arrangement to meet, Bailey ends up cancelling on our boy Josh at the last minute. After multiple failed attempts at meeting this girl, the KingCobraJFS fanbase are skeptical and begin to question Scotty. Scotty then tries to cover up his lies by telling Josh that Bailey had her phone number changed to avoid telemarketers, and now it's impossible to reach her. So Josh gives up on meeting this green-eyed goth babe. Damn, what a shame. And that's where I'm gonna wrap this episode up, boys and girls. Feels like we've covered a lot of ground yet kept it brief, which is kind of what I want to do with this show. If you've enjoyed it so far, keep an eye out for the next episode, and thank you. Also, the next episode won't take like 2 months to come out, don't worry. Anyway, my name is Louis, and thank you so much for watching.